The New England Patriots have 2 games remaining against the Los Angeles, no, it still doesn't sound right, San Diego Chargers, Buffalo Bills, both at home in Foxborough. After that, they set their eyes on the offseason. Not only that, the NFL will be watching the New England Patriots as they have the most cap space, as well as they are going to have one of the highest draft picks in this year's draft. But they also have a troubling wake-up call. We're going to talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots. If you don't know, we talk daily New England Patriots football right here. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. Today, what we're going to be talking about, Keion White. Keion White dropping some big quotes, some big news as the Patriots head into the offseason, as they head into these last 2 games. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, it is not great news. He's a little frustrated. Now, I understand, and we're going to look at some things to show you that. I understand when you look at a player, let's look at his stats real quick. When you look at a player who the first couple games had, he was going, I was like, he's going to be a Pro Bowl player. He had 4 sacks in the first 2 games. The second game, they barely lost in OT to the Seahawks. I'm thinking, man, this guy right here, Pro Bowler, he could be all pro. He's looking great. Second year in the league. I'd done a video on him in the summer where I was like, he's going to pop off. He's going to do great. And then it went downhill. Since then, he has only had 1 sack. That was against the Bears win. Not often I say that. It was the win against the Bears. He got a sack in that game, and we know that Caleb Williams was absolutely running for his life. Now, they did have an offensive line, the Bears did, that they're playing second-string, third-string players, kind of mess, much like the New England Patriots offensive line. But that being said, we know that Keion White has been put in a position where he's had to play the edge in more of a linebacker role, where he's trying to set the edge, kind of contain, and it's been difficult for him because he is more of an interior defensive end type player. So it's difficult trying to contain the run, and there is a reason, let's be honest with ourselves, that the run defense has been rough for the New England Patriots. We know Barmore's out, whether you like him or not. Uche, he helped us out on the edge. But all these factor into the fact that Bentley also gone at linebacker. This factors in to the Patriots. Listen, they've had times that it was bend don't break mentality. I'll give them that. But a lot of times they have been absolutely torched defensively. And defensively, if you watch any of my videos, again, earlier on in the season, before the season started, the one thing I told you that I was certain about was this defense. And then it went downhill. And then I ate my words, and then it was really bad. So, again, I understand Keion White's frustrations. Now, we'll look at the quote in particular. So he says, basically, I'm going through these next 2 games, and we're going to figure out after that. Now, let me pause real quick. Remember, as a rookie, he signed a 4-year contract for, I think, just over $7 million. This is his second year. He has 2 years after this. So I think a lot of people are seeing this news and kind of freaking out. Sure, he could ask for a trade. That's fine. Sure, he could. But again, the Patriots, in my opinion, are setting themselves for a great off-season if they can do it correctly. So Keion White, you're on a young team. There's some young stars on this team. Do you want to be a part of it? Anyways, I see where my cards may lie for my future, blah, blah, blah. Just in general, in terms of everything, I mean, anything is possible. It's the NFL. Anything can happen year to year. It's a production-based business. It is what it is. Very kind of vague at times, obviously. You just figure it out where you go. Something's got to change. That's the way I feel at this point. So I get that. He's frustrated. He has a lot of potential. I think you're crazy not to say that. He has a lot of potential. And after 4 years, if he does well and they put him in position, Covington puts him in a position finally where he can succeed like he did the first couple games, then he can be a star and he will be paid a lot of money. He has that kind of potential. But the question is, are the Patriots going to be able to do that in the offseason with the players they get in free agency and in this draft? I can't answer that question. I'm hoping that they can. One of the things I have told you is the necessities for this team are offensive line, wide receiver, edge rusher, whatever that might be. And so when it comes down to it, I get his frustration. It sucks. He has a ton of potential, and he's not being utilized how he feels he should. And what I respect out of Keion White, though, is he says, first and foremost, I need to improve. I respect that. There's a lot, and we've talked about this before. In the NFL, you see a lot of prima donnas that come out, and it's never them. It's always the finger pointing, always wagging the finger at other people, blaming it on them. Notice in all of these quotes, if you've read any of them, he doesn't at any point throw anyone under the bus, get frustrated at anyone. He says, first and foremost, I need to improve. But that doesn't mean that things need to change also on the outside, from just him. So again, is it possible that he goes in and says, I want to trade? Sure. Would people jump on him? Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely, people will jump on Keion White. They will take him. Now, I'll give you two scenarios. Scenario number one, first of all, comment below. Tell me what you think of this whole situation. Again, do you understand his frustration? Do you kind of resonate and see that? Or is it more just like, hey, stop being a prima donna, move on? Comment below. Tell me what you think. But I would tell you, here's the two directions. One, he stays. They do well next year, or he demands a trade. If next year they don't do well, I feel like he's gone. I don't feel like he's too far gone at this moment. I feel like they can rein him back in, and especially with them saying, hey, listen, we're going to bring more people in. We're in a great position. Listen, and they are. They are in a good position. And I truly believe the whole NFL is going to be watching the New England Patriots and seeing what they do, especially GMs around the league, because it's like they would die to have the position that the Patriots have. But the thing is, are they going to choke or are they going to succeed? What are they going to do? We'll see. Hopefully it's well. But this right here is a wake-up call for this organization. You need to put this potential star in the position to succeed. The season is lost. Put him in a position to succeed. Make this man happy. It's a wake-up call, in my opinion. If you're not putting him in a position, speak, Aaron, golly, then what's the point? And I'm not saying you're probably like, Aaron, you're an idiot. These are NFL coaches. They're doing everything they can. Sure, I understand that. And football is a game where it's, hey, do your job, do what you're told. I understand that. And he probably is the best person on the edge, to play, the flats and all that stuff and try to contain and whatnot. But it's like us having, putting Mike Nwenu at tackle when he's a tried and true guard. It's frustrating playing a position or playing a job, having a job that, sure, he's okay at, but he's much better at this one. So again, putting him in a position to succeed. This right here should be a wake-up call. Put your star players in a position to succeed. Now, say for instance he leaves. This draft, we've talked about it. Abdul Carter, it's very possible that he will be, depending on what the Giants do. The Giants, gosh, they're dog water. They're bad. I do not see them winning another game. I think they will be the first overall pick. Now, being the first overall pick, they do not have a quarterback. So the question becomes, are they going to be willing to take Shedeur Sanders at number one? Are they going to be willing to take a Cam Ward at number one? I don't know. That's a great question. Also, you can see Kirk Cousins. Are they going to be willing to take Kirk Cousins at a veteran minimum, kind of a Russell Wilson situation for the Steelers? Russell Wilson is getting paid buku bucks by the Denver Broncos. And honestly, you look at the Broncos and you're like, yeah, you did the right thing. Bo Nix is a baller, at least at this time. But Russell Wilson's not doing bad. He's doing good. And the Steelers are a playoff team. And so when it comes down to it, do the Giants want to try to do that and wait for maybe like an Arch Manning to come out? that next year. Who knows? Anyways, Abdul Carter, a lot of people would arguably say he is the best player in this draft. And then, so those top 3 guys, most likely going to be first rounders. Pierce, I really like out of Tennessee. For a long time, he was considered the number 1 overall pick for a while. This was months and months and months ago. But if you've watched all my videos, I've talked about him a lot. I think he would be a steal in the late first round. If the Patriots could draft into the late first round with that early second round pick and get him, that'd be awesome. But the other person I really like too out of Ohio State is Jack Sawyer. He is I've watched him a lot this season. I've watched a lot of college football in general. I love football. I'm a football guy. Anyways, Jack Sawyer, absolute dog. Just a great leader, great mentality. Ohio State produces a lot of great defensive ends. If he can be taken in the early second, why not? And granted, I think a lot of these guys' draft stock will go up. I don't think this is the craziest offensive draft class like last year. Last year, it was a pretty hefty draft class offensively. I don't think a defensive player was drafted till late in the first round, which is crazy. You look at Terrion Arnold, who the Detroit Lions got, and he dropped significantly. A lot of people believed he was the number 1 cornerback in this draft. And so when it comes down to it, if they can put themselves in a position to get one of these edge rushers to help Keion on the other side, that'd be great. So it'll be interesting to see what the Patriots do. Trust me, I think about it every day. Makes me probably a little too nervous. But anyways, if this is your first time watching, or if you just haven't ever, hit that subscribe button. Mean the world to me. Mean a lot. Hit that button and comment below. Tell me what you think. Any edge rushers, defensive ends that you like out of college that you think the Patriots could get. Comment below. Let me know. We'll talk later. Peace.